The first match of the night was Gracie versus Patrick Sabre. Sabre started out using his amateur wrestling skills to score with punches in the ground, while Gracie worked his jiu-jitsu, even showed off his sheer strength. Gracie worked to ground Sabre, while Sabre chased submissions where he could, and showed off his great throwing skills. But soon, Gracie began attacking the arm in earnest, looking for the finish, with his patented armbar attack both standing and on the ground. But Sabre caught Gracie with some hard knees and cinched in the rear-naked choke for the win, making Sabre one of the first non-Brazilians to beat a Gracie in 65 years. The next match was Musashi Okada versus Masa Tokugawa. Early Okada showed his karate skills, while Tokugawa attacked with more of a no-holds-barred submission attack. But Tokugawa wasn't afraid to fight on his feet either, and even if he was caught out sometimes. Later, Okada showed his own submission skills, while Tokugawa's training in no-holds-barred paid off, leading to a gorgeous flying armbar finish. Then we had Luger Hauer versus David Agony. The match started out conservatively, with Hauer chasing submissions, trying to slow down the Nebraska wrestler, while Agony worked his boxing from inside the clinch and outside the clinch. But soon it turned into a display of amateur wrestling skills, both trading absolutely huge suplexes, with Hauer searching for the finish with submissions after, and Agony just responding with more suplexes and scoring down counts. But Hauer responded with suplexes for downs of his own. The throws just continued to escalate. Hauer was tossed from the ring, just to return and be thrown again by huge pickups. Damage accumulating, Hauer made a Hail Mary submission attempt, before initiating a trading of strikes that would lead to his undoing, as the finish came by a spinning elbow KO by Agony. Next we had Robert Van Hooten versus Cameron Cruz. Van Hooten worked to get inside the punches of Cruz, but Cruz would not be denied, and he put together punch and knee combinations, both clinch and standing. While Van Hooten tried to respond where he could with his wrestling skills. Despite this, Cruz kept the damage coming, and after dozens of strikes, the end came when Van Hooten's takedown was countered and Cruz got the tap from strikes. Then we had Lane Hollister versus the Bull. The hometown boy Hollister mixed his strikes and submissions well early, but the Bull started in on her ceaseless striking attack, trying to smash her opponent with punches and elbows from all positions. Hollister looked to stem her aggression through reversals, sneaky strikes, and submissions where she could. But the damage began to pile up, and he was cut by an elbow, and the Bull looked to pour it on with dozens and dozens of more elbows, as the ref looked close to stopping the match more than once. But even under her attack, Hollister found a second wind, and Bull's stamina started to be an issue. and Hollister got the KO after a series of hard body knees took the last of her wind. On to Gath the Deathdealer versus Jeb Deadeye Ginger. Gath started out measured, working over Jeb's legs and looking to avoid the heavy punches of Ginger, and his strategy to use footwork and punish Ginger's legs worked at first. But Ginger's striking power cannot be denied. Ginger met Gath's attempts at groundwork with punches from the bottom. But Gath wasn't without his tricks, and he tried to finish with a strong leg attack after knockdowns. But Ginger's thunderous punching power scored a KO after causing a huge cut in the karateka after a huge right hand. Chaos versus Matt McDonough. This match was a brawl, with both fighters showing clubbing, brawling punches and good boxing skills and punches on the ground, with McDonough displaying some good technical counters to guard. But on their feet, it was a technical boxing battle and McDonough utilized his powerful throws, while Chaos looked to use his ring savviness to score down. Late in the match, McDonough found himself too tired to capitalize on a thunderous combination, and the ref Joe Higashi took a hit late as well and was down, laid open while the fighters continued the fight. The finish came off of a running elbow lariat from Chaos, which drew a KO count from the ref. La Dama del Silencio versus Jonathan Prancer. Prancer showed some good wrestling technique, but Dama used multiple running knees that dropped Prancer and showed off her own staggering power with stretches and chokes. But Prancer was game, working his low single and trying to stretch the giant with submissions. But as they battled, La Dama's strength was a huge asset to her, but Prancer refused to be outdone, working powerful throws and kickboxing techniques. As the match went on, La Dama's stamina waning led to a down, and she scored one of her own with a head drop late in the match. But Prancer was able to pick up the win by a combination leg lock and choke.